Roblox, an online platform with a large variety of games, or experiences if you consider calling them that instead. However, how good are these games exactly? Today, we'll be ranking every popular game on the platform. This video will also be broken up into 3 parts, that way this video won't be 10 hours long. Now, I would like to say this is only my opinion. I've tried my best to include every game on this tier list. Without further ado, let's get started with part 1. First up, we got Adopt Me. Adopt Me is a roleplay type of game, not too much to say about it. It's a decent game. The designs are pretty good, and the enjoyability is okay. My rating for the game is a 14 out of 24 updates, 16 out of 24 designs, and 8 out of 24 enjoyability. However, there are many scammers in the game, so the total rating for the game is a 14 out of 20. It goes in B tier. Up next is Brookhaven. Once again, it's a roleplay game, but probably more fun. I can actually find enjoyment when I play the game with friends. I love ramming tanks into people. However, the game kinda lacks designs. It is also the most used Roblox game to do roleplay YouTube shorts. The rating is a 10 out of 20 for updates, 11 out of 20 for designs, and 12 out of 20 for enjoyability. The total rating is 11.5 out of 20. It goes in B tier. Starfell will be next, and I'll be honest, it's a pretty good game, just lacks some designs. It's competitive and you can find enjoyment from the game. It's a great parkour game to sharpen, well, your parkour skills. The game gets a 10 out of 24 updates, 7 out of 24 designs, and 20 out of 24 enjoyability. The final score is 15 out of 20. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you on this one. Blox Fruits is a pretty good game. It has decent animations, it's pretty competitive. However, the community can be quite toxic at times. But for grinding, it can be quite painful. Grinding can take a long time, and it takes points out of enjoyment. It can also be quite raging when you die to level 50 when you're level 300. By the way, this is called a plain skill issue. Blox Fruits gets a 16 out of 20 for updates, 9 out of 20 for designs, and 15 out of 20 for enjoyability. It goes in A+ tier with 14 out of 20. Piggy is a great game, however, it ended. If the game were to continue, it'd be way higher on the list, but it stopped. Piggy has really great lore into it. The maps are well designed, animations are quite good. It used to be my best game, and I was so invested into the gameplay. The game is really enjoyable. I find Infection Mode the best. It is probably no doubt one of the best horror games out there. It gets a 5 out of 20 for updates, 18 out of 20 for designs, and 20 out of 20 for enjoyability. It lands in B tier with 14 points. Murder Mystery 2s, one of the old games on Roblox. The game improves with each special update. To rate the designs, I'll use 2022 Winter. The lobby looked really amazing. I think the game is making a comeback with having more updates compared to just having Halloween and Christmas updates. The game is certainly much different from what it was like back then in 2018. Overall, in general, the gameplay is quite enjoyable, or it can be boring. I find it fun playing as the sheriff with my friends. Although teamers don't infest the game anymore, they can still ruin the game quite a lot. Like, it ruins a lot of fun, like, who wants to sit at their device for 3 minutes so the teamers can finish their fucking 1v1? And when these teamers fail to team and win, all they do is swear word at the hero or sheriff. Murder Mystery 2 gets a 15 out of 20 on updates, 18 out of 20 on designs, based off 2022 Winter lobby, and 18 out of 20 on gameplay. It gets 17 out of 20, being an A+ tier. Welcome to BloxBurg. It's extremely boring in my opinion. I think the game could definitely have some more details into it, but I guess you build your own house so it doesn't matter. The game is stale, not as fun as what it was before. That time period is over. Not to mention, it doesn't update too much either. The game gets 5 out of 20 for updates, a question mark for design, and 4 out of 20 for enjoyability. It goes in F tier with 6 points. I'm going to make this short. Pet Simulator X is a pretty great game. It has great designs, but it's not enjoyable. The game is extremely pay to win, and grinding can be very boring. For updates, it gets 17 out of 20, it gets 19 out of 20 for designs, and 7 out of 20 for gameplay. Pet Simulator X goes into B tier with 14 points. Jailbreak is a pretty fun game. It is a good action-based game with some competitive gameplay. Being a criminal is mad fun. The robberies can prove to be a bit challenging with some parkour-dependent skills. It has 2 cities, both with great designs and nice details. It updates once a month, which is pretty neat. I think the game would be much better without any hackers ruining it. The grind is painful but enjoyable in the process. The community, however, is a total mess. Don't ever be one of them. Otherwise, the game gets 17 out of 20 for updates, 18 out of 20 for designs, and 19 out of 20 for enjoyability. The final rating is S tier with 18 points. Bedwars? Probably the most toxic community ever. However, apart from the community, the game is nice. The details are very Minecraft-ish. The game has a lot of tryhards making it competitive, and I like competitive games. I think the game would be better if the players weren't so toxic. It's also very pay to win, a key detail I'll take points out from. The only good thing I can think about the game is that it updates every week. I think the game gets a 20 out of 20 for updates, 18 out of 20 for design, and 18 out of 20 for enjoyability. It gets 19 out of 20 with S. All-Star Tower Defense is an okay game. Since it has the most visits amongst any tower defense game on Roblox, it has to be good, right? Right? Nah, it's decent. The animations are quite sick, the designs are blocky and old, it updates around once a month. It gets boring considering it's a simulator game, and especially being a tower defense game, it does not help out. Therefore, here are my results. I don't like this game. Not because it's an FPS game, it's the hackers. I believe all FPS games deserve 20 out of 20 for gameplay. The designs are mid, 12 out of 20. It updates rarely nowadays from what I know of, so 14 out of 20. The final results are... Work at a pizza place. Yes. The OG classic of Roblox. The designs are too old, the gameplay is boring, and it just doesn't give too much content with each update. Hated to break it to y'all, but it gets F tier. Doors. A spectacular game with incredible gameplay and designs. The only thing pulling Doors from getting S+ tier is the updates. I must say I do wish to rank this game higher, but updates matters. Doors will get 20 out of 20 on gameplay and designs, but 9 out of 20 on updates. It will rank in A tier. Fleet Facility is a wild and fun game to play with friends. I really do wish to rank this game higher as well, but updates stops that from happening. The designs are good for some maps, while others may seem old. This game is a more unique type of horror. Both gameplay and designs rank at 18 out of 20, while updates trail at 9 out of 20. Goes into A tier.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, or maybe even subscribe. It's free. It will help me to get a better mic for sure. Any opinions and disagreements about my ratings goes into the comments. Have a nice day.